What's crackin', and welcome to Disney Dreamlight Valley. I'm cozyceto, and I'm so happy you're here. Today, it is finally time to break down the official patch notes for Update 15. I have been eagerly awaiting these since we did the full trailer breakdown, and I already know there are going to be so many fun surprises and so many exciting new features to explore. If you are excited for the update and all of its new additions to come, make sure that you smash that like button and let's get right on into it. Alright, I've got the patch notes pulled up here, and we're just going to go through them and talk about all of the features and changes being implemented in our valleys. If you want to take a look at the full notes at your own leisure, I will link them in the description below. Starting off with the new content section, these first few bullet points are just letting us know about Jasmine and Aladdin's arrival, and it tells us that the realm will be based around Agrabah's market in the Aladdin movie. That is super nostalgic for me because this is one of my favorite movies of all time, so I cannot wait to see what Dreamlight Valley's take is on this iconic space. Then, through our realm adventures, we will be unlocking our familiar flying carpet as a companion. That is also super exciting because I feel like that means he will be pretty accessible and not really require a whole lot of gameplay grinding to unlock him and get him for ourselves. I also think that this is a wonderful opportunity for all players to have this availability to get a franchise-specific, what I consider to be premium quality companion, without it being paywalled in a DLC or even locked behind moonstones in the shop. Then, sliding on down, a variety of quests will be arriving to introduce us to stealthy gameplay mechanics, crafting your own Dreamlight Tapestry glider, and a gem stall. We already know that the gem stall is Aladdin, so we can kind of forget about that one for now. What I want to know is what the hell kind of stealthy gameplay mechanics you think I need in Dreamlight Valley? I cannot think of what I would use that for. I don't know what they're on about, and I wonder if this is implying some kind of puzzle mechanics maybe as we're working through the new realm, but I don't know. I can't be too sure. Let me know what your guesses are in the comments below. I'm honestly so lost here, and I think that any help figuring that out would be so helpful. Then I think that the tapestry glider will also be hella cool. I think that people that don't own the Storybook Veils should have an opportunity to get a taste of all of the tapestry magic that all of us DLC owners have been experiencing over the last couple months. I just think that it will be so fun for everyone, and I just love seeing the previously paywalled content also become free or reduced over time. I think that that is a wonderful balance between getting the items immediately and still being able to get them eventually. That is another reason I'm also just super excited for the new slow cooker feature, since it is a nod to the ancient cooker from Eternity Isle. So I'm really excited to dive into that, and I'm sure we will loop back to it very shortly. The next bullet, however, does let us know about the theoasisretreat starpath that is joining us with this update, and I cannot lie, I am so freaking excited for the starpath. It definitely has potential to be my favorite of all time, especially if the devs and the art team really delivered with the cosmetics and the quests included. I love the aesthetic, I love the wicker furniture, I know it's going to be gorgeous in Dream Snaps. Oh my goodness, give it to me now. I don't even want to wait for Wednesday. Then it seems that they are bringing back the extravaganza event, and it says search your valley for clovers and eggs, craft and unlock unique rewards, and make Wally's day. That is so cute, and I think that it is spicing it up from years prior, because I've never seen or heard about clovers in the game until right here and right now. So that is hella exciting, and I cannot wait to see what kind of craftables come with the clovers as well. I hope they sparkle. If they sparkle, I can definitely see them being saved and used in Dream Snaps. So if you have the opportunity and you want them and they sparkle, definitely keep some in your storage for Dream Snaps. I love keeping the event items. I think that they are such a nice touch for those. Just a little tip in the middle of your patch notes here. Then we also, speaking of Dream Snap themes, we're getting more of them. And it says here that they will help us thaw off that winter chill and kickstart spring. So I'm so excited to see what kind of aesthetic that means. I don't know if we're going to be getting some kind of like, first blooms, lots of flowers, maybe a mix of some wintry stuff. I don't know. I think it could be anything, and I'm so excited to dive into those as they come our way. Speaking of spring, keep an eye on new and returning spring-themed merch in Scrooge's shop. What that means, I don't know, because what is returning? Were items removed at some point? That's super ominous, and I don't know what that means, and I would love for some clarification, so I'm sure we will find out when we dive into Scrooge's shop as, the update hits. But prior to that, I don't know. If anyone has some theories onto what the returning items could be, I would also love to know that in the comments, because that is also escaping me. I'm just gonna move on and leave those additions to our imagination. I don't know. I don't know. It looks like, though, they will also be adjusting the available moonstone packs to introduce a new option that includes both moonstones and a seasonal valley-inspired cosmetic item. It says the pack will be offered for a limited time, and different seasonal cosmetic items may be offered with future updates. You know what? This might get me some flames. I don't think I mind. I'm excited for this. I am. If the cosmetic feels worth it, I know I'll definitely buy whatever the pack is, as long as they don't try to sneakily get us to do like the most expensive one. I think that is ridiculous. But if it's similar to the last one, which had the witch outfit, and it was about $18 for me, if I remember correctly, that didn't feel terrible, considering I was also using those moonstones to supplement premium purchases for the whole season. That is how much I spent for like 2.5 months. I don't mind spending $18 on the one game I really play for 2 months. That's no different than if I was buying the starpath outright and wasn't necessarily able to recoup my moonstones from dream snaps. So I don't really feel too bad doing all of that, honestly. I want to talk more about this topic in general of the monetization and the in-game purchases. But I think that that's definitely going to be a rabbit hole, and I don't want to necessarily get into that in the middle of the patch notes, so we will come back to that at a later date. Keep that in mind, though. I will definitely be visiting that topic. Swinging down to improvements, it's asking me if I'm hungry for more, and I mean, you already know I am. So let's get right into the cooking features. Scroll no more. You can now locate any recipe with a new search bar. This has been asked for so long. I feel like when I started playing, players were already sick and tired of asking for this. So this is so long overdue. I'm so excited for not just myself, but everyone who's been suffering for longer than I have with the cooking menu being the way that it was. It is now also easier to find meal requests, be they restaurant orders or quests, with new sorting tabs. Yay, yay, and yay. What's that? You want to cook more meals with less hassle? Yes, chef. I love this energy. Queue up a variety of meals for a small Dreamlight cost with the all-new slow cooker. This is basically exactly how the Ancient Cooker works if you're familiar with the Eternity Isle DLC. If you are not, then this will probably be super, super exciting to you, because this is now offering a new way for players to have access to what was previously a paywalled function. There was no cooking over time while you played, like no idle cooking, for lack of a better term, that I think was really available. So that was a huge game changer when it was available in the DLC, but now being available with the base game, that's insane, and that's so exciting. I'm beyond happy for everyone who is just now getting access to these things. And I'm also very excited for myself, because this means that I can retire my time bending staff. There is no more reason for me to be running around trying to collect I don't even remember what the currency is anymore. That should tell you. It was so forgettable. So I am so excited. Oh, mist. That's what it was. See, this is what I'm talking about. Forgettable. But this is now not going to make me go find a mist anymore. I'm going to be able to just use my Dreamlight, which I can get from dream shards. I can get from, just starpath questing and getting my Dreamlight duties done. So that is very exciting and will be such a game changer to be able to cook those meals in the background. I'm also probably most excited of everything for this last bullet point. If you know, you know. If you don't, I'm happy for you. But this is insane. Save your rarer resources. Recipes with generic requirements will now select suitable ingredients, prioritizing the highest quantity of resources available. This means that it will not just be using whatever, I don't even know what the determination was before, but it won't just be using whatever it finds fit. It will actually be using those 172 oreganos that you have saved up in that one chest in a corner that you've been clearing your valley for, the last year, picking up every piece of oregano, saving it. Yeah, you're finally going to get to use it. I think I'm talking about myself, but I digress. Moving on to the UI upgrades, it says, but wait, there's more. Here are some UI changes that are sure to make life in the valley easier. First one is inventory items will now display a tag as to where they are from, including the valley and both expansions. I don't see where this is going to be helpful to me personally, but I do see how it will be helpful if you're looking for more of something to kind of already know where you're going to be getting it, especially if you aren't, studying and memorizing where every little item is from. The second part of this, though, is that items will also indicate if they are a villager's favorite gift of the day, so you can be sure not to miss out on sharing gifting moments with them. That is a game changer, because if you're like me, you've probably gone through like 4 notebooks, writing down all of the favorite gift requests and such. Also, the restaurant orders, which the other feature will be saving lots of paper, save the trees. You know what? Gameloft is the Lorax this update, I guess. Saving all the trees, because I don't know how else to do it than to have a notebook. I need that tactile function. But if you're going to give me a little UI indicator, then I don't need the tactile function because it's right in front of my face. No room for my fish brain to forget it because it's right there. That's amazing. I love it. Oh, and nope, not done yet. We still have the other category with even more sweet new features. Not 1, but 4 new floating islands arrive this update: Peaceful Meadow, Dazzle Beach, Glade of Trust, and Forgotten Lands. 3 of these are going to feature some kind of water according to the little indicators that we spotted in the teaser trailer, so that means that Donald can finally be banished above. I am thankful. Never miss out on a deal with the option to pin 2 premium shop bundles. They will remain pinned until purchased or you decide to swap them for something else. That is wonderful, especially if you want to save your stones over a few weeks of rewards. I see how this can be completely game-changing for people utilizing, just the free moonstone drops, as well as players who may want to save their desired starpath returns and spend what they have now on the new items. So I think that there is a lot of value here no matter where you are in your Dreamlight Valley journey. In the first teaser video, this section seemingly replaced the recommended category, so I hope that was a trick of the eye for that teaser trailer, and it's not a full swap, but just an added section. This next one lets us know about the new interior room customization options, and it also looks like we will finally be able to add more rooms to secondary houses, which means more room for more creativity and the total ability to have an entire building dedicated to the perfect storage setup. I can also see some super cute builds with some of the houses, like the Snuggly Duckling, have a little, attic room kind of in the inn. That would be so cute. I can just see so many possibilities. Then you've got less mail. Thank goodness. I could always use less mail. This update introduces the option to remove mailboxes from secondary houses. Woohoo! You know what that means? Your house skins in Dream Snaps are going to be pristine. No more funky mailbox, throwing off the vibe of your dream castle, or even killing the fantasy feel of some of the fairy homes. This is a game changer, and I am so excited to see exactly how this will work. I'm assuming it will be a simple toggle, but I see how it can change house footprints completely, so I think there's going to be a lot to explore come Wednesday. The last point here, though, does tell us, just, one last little thing, that wallpapers will now feature the ability to offset the center of their designs, allowing for even more flexibility when interior decorating. That is game changing, because the number of times I've had to flip from the 10x10 room to the 8x8 room just to get the wallpaper alignment right was enough of a reason for me to avoid interior snaps altogether. This feature has me actually kind of excited to explore the options indoors and maybe even bring some snaps inside this go around. The last thing I want to go over is a few of the bug fixes coming our way that I've seen impact a lot of the community or receive a lot of attention lately across social media. If you want to see the full list, I will make sure that link is down there so you can see them all in detail. First up is a huge one that I think has been insane to watch go down on Reddit and Facebook, and that was a bug preventing some players from receiving Dream Snaps rewards. This bug had me terrified week to week, and I'm just glad there is a fix for it finally. I also think it was really frustrating to see some of the support responses from Gameloft regarding this issue, because I felt like they were really insensitive for the players that are spending hours on their Dream Snaps and had proof. Just to be told that they couldn't even receive the 300 baseline entry moonstones had to feel extremely frustrating, and I see why some of those players were very heated about this bug and how support was handling it. Moving right along, though, is one that I experienced personally, and this is the one where all of the crafting stations disappeared out of my furniture menu. I was surviving on the ones I already had scattered in my valley to duplicate, but it was terrible for being indoors and not being able to just drop a table and use it quickly, and having to either exit or being on the floating islands and having to fast travel all the way back down to the valley to make anything. That made all of my dream snaps up on the floating islands just so difficult, so I'm really excited to see a fix there. I'm also really excited to see the fix for the companion houses on the floating islands, because I really thought I just wasn't supposed to have a tiny zoo up there, and I didn't even really consider that it could be a bug where the companions weren't showing up from the houses. I would go in and I would click all of them, and then nobody would come out. Just crickets. Not cricky, crickets. No noise, no animals. It was terrible. Otherwise, it honestly just seems like, some standard bug fixes and some quest fixes. So hopefully if you were one of the players locked out of progression from one of these issues, it has been resolved through this, and hopefully you will be able to continue your journey in the valley on Wednesday. From flying carpets to floating islands, this update is sure to be so much fun, and I am beyond excited and ready to welcome Aladdin and Jasmine to the valley. I know I've said it so much, but these really are some of my favorite characters, and I am over the moon to see them finally arriving with the Tales of Agrabah update. The starpath is also looking rather promising, so I just hope the challenges aren't too stressful or difficult to unlock everything. I will see you back tomorrow for the update, and I cannot wait to see all of these changes and additions in action. Make sure you are subscribed to the channel so you don't miss any update coverage from me. We are getting even closer to our 1,000 subscriber goal, and I would love for you to join us if you haven't already. Stay cozy out there and don't get too antsy. There's literally only less than 24 hours to go. You can do it. I will catch you in the next one, but until then, toodles!